What I find typically is in most organizations, when they bring on new vendors, there is no such vendor onboarding program. So the procurement person who wants to add a new vendor basically just gives the name and the address to the accounting person, and the accounting person just goes and creates that in their ERP or their accounting package. And most of these systems do not have mandatory fields like, for a vendor, the payment terms is a key field. And you can basically skip that field without even putting anything in. You can save. So essentially, you can create a new vendor by just putting the name and address, and that's it. But that causes a lot of problems down the road when you're trying to extract information and do some benchmarking. So what I find is either the company needs to have a good onboarding process or they got to automate it. So what I'd like to see is technology stepping in and kind of automating that process and capture all of the data right at the get-go. So then the CFO or even the controller can build these dashboards and effectively measure and monitor.
When it comes to enterprise, like Benjamin just said, you need to collect data in the best possible way with least amount of errors. You want to save the world, you want to save a species, you need to have data on how many of those are surviving. And that becomes a first starting point of any kind of automation. So I think Benjamin just spoke about the one of the most critical aspects that are a challenge to industries today is the actual data collection bit. Right, and that's where I think a technology like ours can help. But what's more critical is once you have convert that into information, right? That's again, a task saying where a lot of humans are involved. There's a lot of decision process in there till it becomes an action. The accounts payable process, the action would be that you need to pay your vendors. But to pay the vendors, you need to have all the information that, okay, this vendor needs to be paid this much, for goods and services that they've given us worth this much, right? Or and to get that, you need the data where you need to know, exactly what the payment terms are for every vendor. You need all those fields, right, filled up front, to be able to make sense of it later on. So in that process, we are able today to automate the entire process.